After 16 years of negotiation, India is close to clinching a free trade agreement with 4 countries that make up the European Free Trade Association. Iceland, Lichtenstein, Norway and Switzerland have offered to invest a staggering $100 billion in India over 15 years that could create as many as 1 million jobs, according to media reports. This is part of a free trade agreement that could be signed as early as next week. And while details are still not available, reports said that these 4 countries have offered duty-free market access for India's animal products, fish, processed food and vegetable oils. In return, India has offered immediate duty elimination on 40% of trade lines where trading is low or nil. EFTA nations will be able to export these goods and services to India without any tariff obligation. India's exports to these countries last year was about $1.87 billion and largely comprised pharmaceuticals, chemicals, apparel, pearls, etc. Imports from these countries was worth more than $20 billion and included precious metals and coins. The deal will also allow India to export services to these countries. Reports indicated that the EFTA or EFTA had made demands that India would consider highly sensitive, such as intellectual property rights, in areas like pharma. India has its own patent regime which allows it to produce drugs at lower cost for its people. A concession by EFTA in this area is therefore a major success. Could this agreement help speed up India's negotiations with the United Kingdom and the European Union on similar free trade agreements? That is hard to say because the issues are contentious. India, for instance, rejects the European Union's insistence on linking land, labour and environment standards to a free trade agreement or bringing in gender issues. Partly it is because reforms are difficult in India.
Reforms are so difficult to carry out in a country like India. You saw what's happened to the agriculture reforms last year. So you see about land reforms, the labour reforms. These are very hard. GST took a decade, more than a decade to carry out. So I would like to make this point to you that we are reformers out of compulsion, not out of conviction. Indians are reformers by compulsion. So it's work in progress, it takes time.
There is also a problem with the World Trade Organization, a mammoth grouping of more than 160 countries. Decisions have to be consensus-driven, but there are other moves being made.
There is a move in the WTO to go plurilateral.
Okay.
As you will appreciate, WTO is a multilateral institution. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, if you need a decision in the WTO, you need to secure consensus from 166 members. That is not easy. So what some countries decided, okay, we are going to go ahead and launch a negotiation. These are called plurilateral initiatives or joint statement initiatives.
Clearly, free trade agreements are the way forward. The other alternative is to sign bilateral deals, but when negotiating with a powerful trading country like the United States, India will be at a distinct disadvantage.